Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Omgeadroopz here, and today I'm going to be doing a deck profile on a new deck I've been building. It's sort of still in the works, I still have to get a few more cards for it, but it is on these guys, the Watts. It's a pretty good deck. It's got a nice lock to it. It's really annoying to get rid of though. So we'll start off through the deck profile now, and it's with this guy. It's Watt Hopper. He is an amazing card when there's two or more on the field. I mean, all you really need is two, and regardless position, it doesn't matter. Attack mode, defense mode, doesn't matter. His effect is, so long as he's on the field, your opponent cannot target any other Watt monsters by battle or card effects. So you can't Book of Moon him, you can't compulse. Anything that basically targets, you can't do. So if there's two on the field, then it's pretty much game, unless your opponent has, mass destruction cards like Dark Hole, Black Rose Dragon, etc. Things that get rid of more than one card. So he is amazing in this deck, and I run 3, of course, just for, consistency and, to draw power. You get one in your hand, and you can potentially special or whatever. This deck has a lot more other methods of getting this guy out, so I'm going to go over those right now. So yeah, just wanted to say this. Watt Hopper is amazing. So next card in the deck. This man right here. Well, this bird. Watt Pheasant. This guy is a 1000 beater, 800 defense, 4-star. And basically with him, you can attack directly. He's a direct attacker, and every time he does successfully inflict battle damage, you get to select one of your opponent's monsters and remove it from play until the end phase. So this guy, you can already tell, is amazing with Watt Hopper. He attacks directly, so that's 1000 every turn. It's really good. Not too bad of an effect, but not the greatest. He's sort of outclassed by Watt Giraffe, but I don't have a Watt Giraffe in this deck. So I run 3 of him for direct attacking, and that's pretty much it. Next card in the deck, one of my favorite guys in the deck, Watt Cobra. Basically, Watt Cobra is the same as Watt Pheasant, except when he does attack directly, you get to go in your deck and get one Watt monster and add it to your hand. So it's sort of like a Sandgan, but reversed. Instead of it being destroyed, you have to attack. So this guy is really good for getting out, for getting Watt Hopper and Pheasant, or whatever other Watt monster you need in your hand. So I run 3 of him. So he's a 1000 attacker, 500 beater. So he's really good. So yeah, 3 of him. Next card in the deck is, I run 2 Watt Woodpeckers. Now the reason I run him for is because he's a double attacker, and I run Watt Key. It's a spell card in this deck that allows all Watt monsters you control attack directly for 1 turn. So that he's 1000 and his defense is 100, so his attack is 1000. So that's a double attacker with Watt Key, and that's 2000 direct damage. Considering you already have the your Watt Hopper lockout, this is really good to run. So also any monster that battles him, if he's destroyed, they can't change their battle position. So if you attack him, then you're going to stay in attack mode, even if he's in the graveyard. So the only way to banish that effect is to basically banish him from the game completely. So he's a 3-star, really good. I don't run synchros in this deck, but yeah, he's a light, really good card. Next card in the deck. This card is amazing. This guy is Watt Dragonfly. He is an amazing searcher. He's a 900 attacker, 100 defender. He has 2 stars. His effect is basically, when this card is destroyed by any means necessary, like anything, you blow him up, attack him, whatever, I get to special summon 1 Watt monster from my deck to my to the field. in any position. I can do it as long as it's face up, it doesn't matter. So he's really, really good. If you already have one Watt hopper on the field, you can special another one so you have the lockout. He's also good with a few other cards that I have in the deck. I'll go into detail when we get to those cards. So yeah, definitely 3 of him. He's an amazing guy. He is great searcher. Next card of the deck is I run 2 Shining Angels. He's severely outclassed by Watt Dragonfly simply because he has to be destroyed by battle. So you can get a 15 or less light monster from my deck and special it in face up attack position. He's 1400 attack, 800 defense, 4-star light. He's good. I might just run 1 of him only. I actually don't know why there's 2. I swear I took 1 out, but definitely gonna take 1 out now that I'm in the review. But he's like a searcher, just like Dragonfly is, except you have to attack him by battle, so he searches your deck. Of course, Sangan, standard search. Just like Shining Angel, brings it to the hand for set up other plays and stuff like that. So Sangan, staple. Last of the monsters is Honest, simply because the majority of monsters in this deck, of course, are light, and you can just use him to your advantage. Honest is an amazingly good card. Sucks that he's at 1, but I can tell why he's at 1. Completely broken. So yeah, Honest, staple in this deck. Spells. 1 for 1. Definitely want to run this card. Basically, send 1 monster card from your hand to the graveyard. Special summon 1 level 1 monster from your hand or deck. So this is basically just to get Watt Hopper out. It's an amazing card, and it special summons 1 Watt Hopper, or actually, yeah, just Watt Hopper. This deck only runs 1 level 1 monster. So yeah, Watt Hopper. Watt Hopper screaming all over this card. Really good. Staple in this deck, of course. Recycling batteries, just to get somebody to recycle some cards back from your grave, via let me see, any Watt monsters that you want, you bring them back to your hand, in case they were destroyed earlier on when you didn't have the lockout, etc. So really good cards, like a Monster Reborn almost. I guess you could say like a Monster Reincarnation, except you get 2 and there's no pitch involved. So really good. Next card, Reborn, staple. Mallet, in case you didn't get a good hand. I guess it's sort of like a staple in this deck. It's my preference. You didn't get a good hand, you want to call a mulligan, you can't really call a mull, so he's Mallet, get a better hand. This is the card I was talking about, Watt Key. It allows any Watt monster you control to attack directly this turn only. Amazing card, great synergy with Woodpecker, of course, for the double 2000. So really good. Next is Double Summon. You want to be as quick as you can, so you definitely want to run probably 1 Double Summon in this deck. People say it's a bad card, but I think it's actually a good card. Basically, you have, let's say you draw this in your first turn and you draw 2 hoppers. It's boom, lock already. And it's a +1 for you because you have your lockout. So really good. Another Mallet. Watson. This card is amazing. This guy is basically a continuous spell card, and whenever a Thunder type monster I control inflicts battle damage to my opponent, I gain it. So it's sort of like a Prime material almost, except it only works for me. So with all these direct attackers in this deck, this card is amazing. So I'm only at 2 right now. I'm not sure if I should run 3. I think 3 would be overdoing it, but 2 definitely. My camera's running low on time, so I'm going to hit you guys back up with part 2 to finish off the deck. Peace until then.